New into stock, we have an absolutely beautiful car. It's a Porsche Cayman 2.9 two-door. It's the 987 model. 2011 on a 61 plate, has done 71,000 miles. I'll tell you the exact mileage when we get in. I don't have too many brainstorms when it comes to cars, but when it comes to Porsches, I have kind of a soft spot, and I've had 5 myself, personal cars. Fuel economy, urban 20.5, extra urban 40.9, combined is 30.1. It's got a 0 to 60 time of 5.5 seconds, a top speed of 165 miles per hour, and a 265 brake horsepower 24 valve engine. The MOT is till the 8th of the 6th 2020. 6 months road tax is 178.75, 12 months is 325. So I'll just show you around the car. And first of all, even though it's only a sports car, you probably think there's not too much room. We have with it being a mid-engined vehicle, we've got plenty of luggage space there, as you can see. You get a couple of bags in there at least. It's electric release inside the car, or you can do it from the key as well. If you press down on the Porsche badge, you don't get knuckle dents in the car either. So we've got xenon headlights, daytime running lights, the little lip spoilers there, finished in Porsche red, of course, guards red it used to be called, not sure what it's called now. We've got a 5-spoke alloy wheels, vents in the back here. So again, with the boot, there's either a switch inside the car, just on the sill at the driver's side, or you can open it from the key. There you go, that's flips open. The boot spoiler you can deploy from inside the car. It comes up, I think, at 70 miles an hour. Bit of a giveaway to the cops, so I don't know whether you should have it up or not. Plenty of room again in the back. I've got 2 big camera cases here, various other things. There's engines in here, there's the cover, so there's room to put stuff on the back as well behind the driver's seat. Probably obscure your vision, but not too bad. And again there you've got the little cover. I'll just take you for a ride in it. Proper key, proper ignition lock, proper sports car. I'll cut the history in to the description. We've got a couple of the invoices there, and then we've got a full printout showing what's been done recently. I think it's had discs and pads. We'll just put that somewhere safe and out of the way. Now also I will show you probably one of the best things that's happened to the motor trade in recent years, vcheck.uk. There is a loophole where insurance companies aren't notifying me after that cars have been written off. They've been sent to salvage auctions, they've been sold to unscrupulous dealers, or in my opinion unscrupulous dealers and unscrupulous privates. They're repairing them, putting them back on the road, and then they're not showing as HPI, or they're not showing as insurance write-offs. So you see here other checks. VCheck checks the salvage auctions, and that's a pass on this car. And I have seen many dealers being caught out with this recently. It seems to be happening more and more, and there's some scary figures knocking about as to how many of these unrecorded write-offs there are on the road, and how many have been sold in the last 2 years. I've heard figures quoted in the thousands. So whatever you do, whoever you buy the car off, whether it be a dealer, a private, make sure you also check it on vcheck.uk. Right, that's that warning over. I can assure you this one's all right, but I'd still urge you to check it yourself, no matter who says it's okay. do it yourself. Manual Cayman, or as Jeremy Clarkson calls it, a cockster. Let's see, I'll just show you what we've got. As I mentioned before, I have a thing about Porsches, and if you've ever watched, I think it was Support Your Local Sheriff, James Garner, one of my favourite actors, and he can't help throw his money away in a gambling saloon, a casino, whatever you call it. I'm the same with Porsches. I was actually just thinking back when I said it before. It wasn't pre-scripted or anything. It's just, unfortunately, the way I am. I went to buy a car at a Jaguar dealership. I'd underwritten it, and when I got there was a silver Porsche Boxster that had just come in, and it had the green interior. I think it was called Nefrite or Nefrite or something. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. And I thought it was absolutely beautiful. It was £32,000 and was probably as much as all the stock I'd got on my forecourt at the time. I'd only been trading a few months by myself, and I bought it and run around in that for a while. But mostly it was parked up in the garage, and I decided to sell it. And I have kind of also another problem where once I've got something, if I want something, I can't wait till I've got it. I can't think of anything else. I'm fixated on it, and then when I get it, it doesn't bother me. I take it or leave it. So I sold it, and of course, as soon as I sold it, I wanted it back again. So I rang Parker & Parker at Kendal to see if they'd got anything they wanted to trade, and then he was telling me about a Porsche Boxster 550 anniversary special that was coming out, and he used unbearable sales techniques and pressure. He said, "Do you want it?" And I said yes. And it just was a build slot, and I put every extra on it possible. And then it sat in my garage for 2 years. So, back to the car. They are beautiful. They are a proper sports car, something you can use every single day. They're more comfortable than other things, in my opinion, like Ferraris and Lambos. And of course, this is a lot cheaper. It's a price range vehicle with having done 71,058 miles. But honestly, the car is mint. It's just lovely, and it drives absolutely fantastic. If you're one of these people that likes driving with a manual gearbox, then it just doesn't get any better. It's a proper sports car. I mean, it'd be better without power steering, I suppose, and electric windows and stuff like that. I remember years and years back, we took in, I think it was a V-registered, I'll find a picture and cut it in, Porsche Targa, 911 Targa. Well, if that doesn't sell the car, I don't know what will. So we took in this Porsche Targa. And even days before the internet, somebody was looking for one, and they rang us from Stoke, and I had to take it down. I was a fairly young lad then, and I fell in love with them there and then. It was just awesome, and I always promised myself that I would get one, and I managed to. And I mean, if you've got a Repmobile, a boring car or whatever, and you wanted something, this has done them, a fair amount of miles, I suppose, but is cheap. You could buy this vehicle if you were a weekend user and just keep it, and the mileage would come back in line. Therefore, your depreciation would be managed, and it's a vehicle that you shouldn't lose a lot of money on, but you should get a fantastic amount of pleasure. my Porsche used to stay in the garage, and I used to have Thursdays off, and me and my girlfriend used to jump in a Porsche and go up to the Lake District, have lunch, and it was just a great day. And I remember going to pick my new anniversary up at Parker & Parker's, and we got the train, went to Parker & Parker, and me being in the trade all my life, not used to being looked after by salesmen, they did the full handover thing, and then we jumped in it, drove it out the showroom, and I've driven thousands of cars, thousands of new cars, had all sorts of new demonstrators, and I was actually quite nervous coming out of the showroom. There was a record on which I shall always remember, because the CD that we put in became known as Porsche Tunes, and it was Drops of Jupiter by Train. That was just a fantastic day in my new Porsche. But in all honesty, it didn't drive or feel too much different than this. It was the previous model. From the driver's seat, I think the front wings were kind of more rounded, these seem more sharp. But it feels like you've sat there and somebody's built a car around you. Very, very comfortable. The seats are brilliant. And as you can see, that chap there nearly went off the road looking at the car. It attracts a lot of attention. Yeah, but listen this. Oh. Oh. My favourite cars these days are Range Rovers. Porsches used to be my favourite until I got a bit creaky and I have to tip out of them virtually. But it's just beautiful. I'm trying to think what I can tell you about it. We'll get it in 6. We've got cruise control here somewhere. Can't remember how to switch it on. Pull it towards you. What do you do? Knock it away, knock it down, press. Ah, there we go. I managed to set it, I think. There we go. Can we up the speed? Anyway, we're in 6th gear here, doing 68 miles an hour, just less than 3,000 revs, and it will just take off from here too. Let's just drop back into this lane. So we've got heated seats here, the CD radio, height adjustable steering wheel, guy there on his phone on the motorway. Dig. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but he's holding it up. His mother there could be holding the phone or having a conversation. Anyway, there you go. It's got the kind of aerodynamic door mirrors. Just finished the car off. We've also got, here we go, over constructed cup holders, proper glove box. Your electric windows are here. They both work, but I have got cameras on both windows, so I won't put them down. Here we've got the electric door mirror switches. Both them work. Beautiful car. Suspension's firm, but it's not too bad. It's not too firm. So with Ferraris, you feel like you're sat on a board. These have got some give, some suspension, and the road holding is tremendous. I've had 911s as well, and I always think in my opinion, I know it's changed now, but in the old days, the Boxster used to feel like being mid-engined. It wasn't trying to kill you all the time. It wasn't trying to shift the back end out. And the Cayman's the same mid-engine. It's lovely to drive. Here we go. We'll just, there you go, clipping all the grids. Just follows the line you set. Gearbox is tremendous, really, really slick. I have to say, I love this car. Proper handbrake, none of your electronic crap. Yeah, you were a bit like there, S1 TMH. That's why I shouldn't have one of these, because I'd be holding it in gear too long all the time just to listen to that engine note. Just looking forward to going through these bends up here. I'll probably just slow down because this car in front will hold me up. Not that I'll be speeding, but it's just so you can see. So, no, I'm not playing at all. It's purely for you lot watching. So there we go. We've got the climate control here. You've got height adjustable seat. In fact, yeah, I could really do with going down a bit. Just give that car a bit of space going up there, and then we'll go. Just careful not to light the wheels up there. It's a bit slippy around here at the moment. Lots of tractors. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, this is just as it came in. Not being cleaned yet. Lance is going to give it the treatment this afternoon. So if it's possible, it will be even cleaner. Look at that. It's just... crikey. I wish I was on the Amalfi Coast in this. Or the Stelvio Pass. I must do that next year. Been promising myself for years. There you go, just let's say the suspension's firm, but not too firm. I wouldn't say it's uncomfortable. And just going around these bends, and this is a real bumpy road. The only trouble is you just want to hit the accelerator. That's awesome. Ah, dear me. Right. Well, I'll finish the test drive there anyway. And if you get any benefit from our videos, please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified of our future videos. Hopefully we'll have some more interesting cars coming soon. We're very, very short of cars. We've been very busy, and John needs to get out and get some more. So I'll leave it there. Oh, check out our web store as well. Something for everybody, something for all you petrol heads out there. And I'll finish the test drive there. Thanks for watching.